Oh, you never know, I dressed Big Island today, huh? Green and lava rock bra. Okay, so we just landed in Kona. We're gonna go get some coffee. Honokowai has amazing views. We'll show you that in a few minutes. But this kind of speaks to Kona. Side of the road, nothing in particular. It's either green and lava rock bra. Let's get to the next location, get some coffee. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
There's a fucking goat!
Where?
Where?
On the side of the road.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
There's a goat. Goat, baby!
I looked at this one. Get some more room.
That's much better.
Get some more room.
If you don't get it, I'll get it. So, let me know.
You gonna wear that?
Yeah, for sure.
KIHEI coffee. You know what? This might end up being a little lifestyle vloggy. We try and keep it real estate, but I promise you, we're gonna talk about views, the price of views, stuff closer to the tourist area, single family condo. We're gonna get into all that. But in the meantime,
First stop.
KIHEI coffee.
Yeah.
Shigo?
Shigo. Yeah.
Shigo.
Yeah.
Pigeon word of the day. Is there a good English translation? Depends on the inflection, intonation, right?
Yes.
Cause like Shigo.
Or like Shigo.
But it was good.
There it is.
It was good.
There's
so
the
KIHEI
proper
coffee
English.
was good.
My experience of Kona is not like Kailua Kona. It's not like this. It's not like there's no cafes. It's like steep roads and macnut farms and lots of lava rock walls and just like, like riding a quad through the macnut farm with like dogs chasing you kind.
Well, and then you just commented, you were like, wait, but this isn't the Kona experience I had.
Yeah, it was different, but KIHEI, look up Middle KIHEI Road. Old local families that have been there forever.
Septic or cesspool?
Yes.
Talking probably water catchment?
I don't remember that. Like Kanikapila, people playing music, very steep hills, and like cannot drive standard, stalling all the time, like small town community country, super country. Putting easy up tents and everybody, and like people from across come down, they're digging an emu for no like specific reason.
So when we were driving here, Mahe goes, what do you think? Do you think that Big Island has the most emus per capita?
Yeah.
Emu's the underground oven, where you think of the luau, cook the pig underground. What about Molokai? Or Kauai?
Cannot be lava rock though.
Easier digging on Kauai,
Yeah. Probably, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Big Island real estate tip. On Oahu, we show on this channel, right? Modern looking houses, so Ever Beach, Mililani, Kapalua, some Waianae, and then you fade into like 70s build, and then you fade into plantation build. You don't see yurts. Leave us a comment, do you even know what a yurt is? Because I didn't know what a yurt was until my friend from Kauai, I was in the Coast Guard, he's like, oh, I lived in a yurt. I was like, what is a yurt? He's like, guy. Which is a total Kauai thing, right? He's like, guy, you don't know what a yurt is? I was like, no. He's like, it's like a tent, but a really good one that's stable that you can use as a house. Quonset huts, tiny houses. You see those kind of things on Big Island.
Yeah.
So where your in-laws were, did they have that kind?
No.
So it wasn't that off the beaten path?
No. I don't think it was like Hawaiian homes or anything like that either, but it was like lots of Hawaiians down there.
Come over, I caught plenty, frying fish.
Plenty of people with walks and propane tanks outside.
Why gotta be a walk?
I don't know.
Because like I was born in the South, they do fish fries, but it's like drop a basket into oil.
Okay, I would never cook like a kole or a manini in like a deep fryer, but I would also never cook like a catfish inside of a wok. And I also just remember being far away from everything all the time. And it would be like, okay, we had to come to the airport because you guys came from Oahu, so like your cousin and your auntie and da-da-da-da have a list and we're gonna go to Costco.
So they would pick you up, you get off the plane, and then you have to go to Costco.
Yeah, not for us, but like since we're going into town, like we're gonna go do all this stuff.
I mean, country kind of things, right? So like my dad lives south of Nashville, and if you were even further south than him, if you're gonna drive to Nashville Airport, like you might as well pick up some things.
Yeah.
Let's get to the next spot and talk about that. This is kind of like LAHAINA on Maui, but hearts out, shout out.
You ever had Green River? The Fanta fruit punch of Big Island. Like all the restaurants have it.
Green River?
Green River.
And it's fruit punch?
It's not fruit
Sodas?
punch. It's a juice. It's not carbonated. It's green. It's kind of like almost lemon limey.
So one thing about Big Island, it's not like Kauai or Oahu where there's just sand everywhere. It's a young island, right? And so you saw that little patch of sand. Last time we were here, there was like 50 people there.
Yeah.
Because there's no other place to like safely get into the water, you know?
Meaning this is where the active volcano is, right? So Kauai, the other side, lots of beaches, and that's because it's had all these years to like break down the rocks, break down the coral to form those like nice white sandy beaches. This island is still actively growing, so we have where we'll see like vegetation everywhere else. Over here we'll see like a lot of black lava rock.
That's an interesting word for if you're not from here.
And it's not easy to say.
It's a lot of grotto
Hualalai.
stuff.
Hualalai. It's a lot of like rolling off the tower.
Yeah. We're at the heights on Hualalai. I mean, this is like WAILEA, WAILEA Nui, Hawaii Ridge.
The views that you're getting from like most
Better
of these
probably
houses.
actually. Better.
What we're talking about when we're driving up, it feels like Kahana Ridge on Maui.
Yeah.
Where you're up a slope and you're just like expansive ocean views down. So check out the Maui video to
Our
see,
Maui
like
video.
let us know what you think. But it gave me immediately like a Kahana Ridge style like vibe.
To speak to Hawaii weather, we're starting a little elevated today up on the hill because a couple of things. One, it rains like Hulualoa, Hualalai, like the mountain, the Mauka sides of this Kona area. It could be rainy up here and sunny down there.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we have no rain, it's a good time to film here. We all came to the airport today with like cold weather gear, Hawaii cold weather gear. And now I'm hot, so I gotta change into t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's just, that's Hawaii. And it's beautiful, it's sunny, it's amazing. One, we're not on Hilo side. We're not on the windward side.
Yeah.
We're on the west side. Two, it's been raining like crazy the last few days. Like all throughout Hawaii's been rainy.
You know that you're in a nice neighborhood when your gate has bird of paradise on it.
First of all, in Hawaii, you know you're in a nice neighborhood when
you
there's
have
a
gate?
Yeah, when there's a gate.
Look at how small the rocks are on this rock wall.
Astute point. Because there's levels of rock wall, right? So especially on Big Island, you see just lava rock in the architecture everywhere. Like look, big rock wall where we're standing. It's kind of like bathroom tile, yeah? You get big tiles, regular size tile, like, okay, you guess tile.
But,
Cool.
Oh, wow.
But when you get little,
It's because I know how much more effort it took to place
It is, it
all
looks
those
nice.
rocks. It's like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle versus a 20-piece puzzle, you know? Like, it takes more time, it takes more brain power, it takes more intent, and more money.
But would you have more problems? Because that's the thing. So as we're coming up the hill, Aiden on our team, he's like, oh, I like that house with the rock wall all the way around. And I said, no, that's big capital expenditures, big maintenance, expensive.
I don't know. I'm not a mason, so I don't know. But I feel like smaller rocks are easier like to repair and to keep up with the mortar as opposed to when this starts to go, like everything in that area goes on like bigger rock walls. You know what I mean?
Are you giving disclosure statements?
No.
We're gonna tell you all about real estate here. You know why? We zeroed it. Because we don't live on this island. We're here today to speak at a real estate conference. We're invited to speak and teach and preach about these YouTube strategies, how to build trust and connection and really just keep it real. We've referred to the Big Island 5, 6, 7, 8 in the last like 6 months since I spoke at their last conference. And I place people with certain agents. So like for example, if someone's focused on Kona, I don't refer them to an agent that is I go to Kona, I go to Hilo. I want someone who focuses on Kona. This island is big enough that I want someone who focuses on either Hilo side or Kona side. That being said, some people start out open to either. They really are like, I could land either way. Then I may want an agent who either is based in Hilo but partners in Kona, or they're willing to drive to both.
Right.
There was another person more recently, he's looking for a deal. He's like, I really am looking for a certain deal, and I regurgitated back to him, so you're an investor. Like your profile is that of an investor. I think you need a certain kind of agent who has the time, the capacity, the hunger to hunt for deals. That's not going to be Mr. Top Producer Team Leader. That's going to be this younger, newer agent that's supported by Mr. Team Leader. And that's what we referred him to. So anyways, we got you on Big Island. Hit us up, coreteamhawaii.com. Go to the very bottom, fill out the contact form. But we zeroed this for this segment.
Yes, we did.
Anywhere from 800s to north of 2 million.
Yeah.
Largely depending on view.
I think that's the number one thing. If we're looking at differences in square footage, there was like $100,000 disparity. And for the thing that was 100 square foot larger and had an extra bedroom, that was priced lower. But that's because views. In a neighborhood like this, your placement in the neighborhood, how high up you are in the neighborhood, that all matters. There is a home here that is a single level.
Right. Is the one right behind us?
It is.
Right behind Kenji?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it were a couple rows down in this neighborhood, I don't know that it would be north of 2 million. There are many homes where you have views, but only from the deck upstairs outside. This home is up at the top of the neighborhood, up at the top of the heights. And so it's a single level and it's indoor outdoor with the pool on the outside. So you have that just like wow, like that wow factor, the expansive views from a single level home, which is not common and makes a difference, apparently, like $1 million difference it makes.
So in Olina on Oahu, there's 5 communities or so. One of the communities, there's like ocean fronting, ocean view, and then there's nothing. and there can be a $300,000 difference for the same. So
Yeah.
it can go from 1.2 to 1.5 or 1.6 for basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's in a townhome community with not this kind of view.
When I came here, it was Makai side. We never really did like Mauka
Yeah.
Kona. So it was just like, it's flat, it's boring,
Yeah.
it's, lava rock. But this is the other side of the coin that I never experienced before. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean,
There's
my
a
other
reason-
half is like, loves Big Island. I'm like, no, immediately no.
Who's that?
My fiance.
Hey!
Special announcement.
I'm speaking of new construction. I'm like, release, lottery.
New release.
When I lived in California, people would go, "Oh, you're from Hawaii." I would always get cool points. People would feel the need to tell me like, "Oh, where they go every year."
Their
And
favorite.
it was almost never Oahu. Now, people moving here, they move to Oahu for the schools and the hospitals and jobs and all that. But the vacationers or I have a home I stay in 4 months of the year people, it was either Maui or Kona. Not even just Big Island, but specifically Kona. And I think that's why. You may or may not know this. Mahe's a bit of she got a plant problem. Her house has more plants per square foot.
Say I have a plant problem?
More plants per square foot than any house. Yes, I said you have a plant problem. She Instagrammed me some plants. There's an Instagram etiquette. Like you don't send too much. Don't send
It was
stuff
only
the other
3 things.
person's not interested in.
First of all, you sent me something from the same guy, and which is why I found something. Imagine just a full sprawling hill of just monstera. This is like my dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can like pick a pool to put in your hair.
Oh, left side now.
Left side. It's hashtag unavailable.
Well, you're not going Marama over here. You
Like,
get in
I would
trouble.
get in trouble.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So I made a joke. I said what? You're not gonna Marama over here. That's like a pidgin English way of saying, Mahe, are you not gonna trim and what's the word? When you take the
Prune.
brown leaves, prune some plants because she's been caught doing that on some of these videos.
See, look how pretty and healthy they look when you just give them a little bit of malama.
That's kind of a running joke for us. Is like, oh, Mahe will go and take care of the plants even when she wasn't asked to. And you commented, I feel like this is a place where I would get in trouble for doing
Yes.
that. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
So on one hand, beautiful neighborhood,
Yeah.
beautiful homes,
Yeah.
landscaping everywhere is,
Not uniform, like same type
not
of
accidental.
plants. Yeah, it's not accidental.
but you don't get that
Unless you have an association.
unless you have an association.
Right.
And we've already gotten some looks.
We have.
We've already gotten some, what these guys doing in our neighborhood?
Point being, I'm not gonna malama these plants because I feel like it would it would get us in trouble.
Because we're a real estate channel, giving real estate value, I feel like if you're a person moving into this neighborhood, searching for this kind of neighborhood, you know that. You know
Yes.
that when you're moving in, you're okay participating in
I'm
that.
okay with that, and I kind of want that because I want my property to stay the price point to stay insulated. I want it to
Yeah.
stay nice because I don't want my neighbor to have, overgrown whatever. Like I'm not going to invest this much time and money into something, and then you have no control over.
So there's a time and a place for associations.
I think this
and
is
this feels like an appropriate
correct
time and place for associations.
Yeah, for sure.
I want you guys to see if you can tell how noisy it is out here versus how quiet it is in the house. Big difference.
Yeah, that's like huge difference.
This is the kind of construction quality that our clients from the mainland expect. It's
Yeah.
only Hawaii people that are like, oh, single wall, jealousy windows, that's normal.
The interior of these houses, Derek and I were saying they have like a Howard Hughes, which is a ward village.
Yeah.
They have like ward village feel to it.
And you hear us talk about Ward Village using adjectives like bouge and elevated. If you're from Texas, you had a 5,000 square foot home in St. Louis or Florida or California, Colorado.
Right.
A lot of these things you expect.
Simple things like if I have a large bathroom, I expect there to be 2 vanities.
Or
Or my
baseboards.
baseboards.
Nicer finishing on the drywall. I don't know if
Yeah.
you notice, it's not like really fat
It's in
orange
like a
peel.
fine orange peel.
It's not quite level
It's a
5
clementine.
smooth.
It's a clementine orange.
9-foot ceilings upstairs.
Yeah.
The homes must be insulated for it to be that quiet. Hawaii homes a lot of times are not insulated. This is just a construction quality you don't see even in new construction in Hawaii. I didn't see the framing.
Yeah.
I didn't see the hurricane clips, but
Aesthetically,
it feels solid.
finishes look great.
There's something in the presentation that I learned, and so make sure you reach out to us. And when we register you, I'll a heavy focus on this one thing.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, that's my brain went there immediately.
Flat out, I want you to contact our team so we can introduce you to the builder and guide you through it. We have our partners on the Big Island, be here for home inspections, all of that. But there's one thing that I would definitely, maybe two things I have to know if I'm buying this.
Yeah.
Let's just talk really quickly about beaches in general on this side of the island versus like what many people's expectations of a Hawaii beach might be. At this one, at least we do have some sand on the shore that you could sit down on. But if you look at the entrance, right when you're getting in the water, it's all rocky.
I think they bring the sand in.
I feel like they might, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything, all the other coastline is so rocky.
This is Big Island. This is Kona. Black rock everywhere. It's not like Kauai. It's not like Oahu.
Yeah.
How about those new construction homes?
My first reaction was that it's nice. I really liked it. I like the finishes, the exterior style of the homes, the craftsman versus plantation, though to me not like a huge difference. The real kind of difference in how they are is just like certain finishes on the interior of the homes.
Exterior, one has the tiles and one has the hardy board on the outside. So the tiles arguably look a little more elevated.
One thing that could be a drawback for some people who like look on Big Island is you expect larger land. The lot sizes there are like normal for Oahu. Interior lots are around 4,000 square feet. Exterior lots are 5,000 up. There are some corner lots that have larger square footage, but on average between 4,000 to 5,000. House sizes themselves, there are 3 and 4 bedroom models. Price points are gonna start at just above $1 million. That's for a 3-bedroom, and it's got just above 1,400 square feet of living space. And it'll take you all the way up to 1.4 for a 4-bedroom, just below 2,200 square feet.
They are increasing the price as time goes on. Even in a market that seems to be declining, they're increasing price. They have an interest list of thousands of people. I think we have the inside lane now.
I think so too.
It's not this large corporate builder with all of these, guardrails.
Yeah.
I think we have a bit of an inside lane. We made friends. Also, there's 4 or 5 lots for me that would be the absolute, I want those. There are a few that I absolutely would not want. Some people may not want to move there, period. They just wouldn't live there for free. Again, with new construction, there's no difference in if you go to the builder or go through us in terms of price. So we appreciate you working with Core Team Hawaii. Not being represented by the builder for home inspection, for certain nuances. On these builds too, there's nuances to the contract. You put your deposit down, certain things change.
Yeah.
Like, deposits are non-refundable. It's like, well, read it in detail, because depending on what changed, the contract, your deposit may be defundable or refundable. Defundable. There's a lot of nuances, advantages to working with agents outside of the builder, but beautiful people there, beautiful person we met. She's like, some people say, oh, it's not Hawaiiana enough.
Right.
If that's what you're looking for like kailua on Oahu, like what they call plantation. It's still on concrete slab.
Yeah, it still looks craftsman to
It's
me.
not on post and pier.
So don't expect like a plantation Hawaii home.
Just because they call the version plantation.
Yeah, it's craftsman adjacent.
Understanding that that's what you're buying, it's really nice. It's like a mainland style home, a stone's throw from the beach or from the ocean.
There are just not a lot of places where you can be as close to the ocean as you are there for under $2 million.
Closer to $1 million.
Closer to $1 million. You are on Ali'i Drive, which is the busiest down here, the main road down here.
But you're not on Ali'i, like on the shops.
Yes.
Which could be an advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because Ali'i Drive is it's like the Kalakaua Avenue. It's a small tourist hub of all of this side of the island.
Yeah.
And so bars and restaurants and people with pamphlets selling like scuba tours and stuff.
Yeah.
All that's down there. I prefer not to be right on that.
Yeah, me too.
So when I heard cottages on Ali'i, I was like,
yeah,
I wouldn't want to be that close.
Yeah.
So let's go check out some of the least expensive things in all of this area. And that's Ali'i Lani, right close to where we were.
Okay.
So we're in the Ali'i Lani townhome community. This is some of the most affordable real estate here on Ali'i Drive in this general area. And I know that because I reached out to one of our partners, had her prepare me for this video. Someone who I'd likely refer you to for Kona, depending on the situation. I always vet it out, make sure it's the right fit. But this is like a townhome community, southwest Oahu, from Waipio, Waikele, Ewa. I wonder, it even could be one of those builders. You can see the mountains, Hulualoa behind us. We are not far from the ocean, but you're not really catching ocean views. What's on the market right now here? There's a 2-2 for around $480,000 with 2 parkings. There is an HOA fee of about $550 per month, and there's a 3-2 for $650, two parking spots as well. There's 2 pools, jacuzzi, and again, you're right on Ali'i Drive, but not near all of the shopping. Not really much else to say about this. Let's go to the KIHEI area. This is gonna be where we're speaking at the real estate event today. We're gonna try and get in some higher end homes and then some more affordable homes in that area as well. Let's go.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Consistency is number one. Be real, be nuanced, be a little outrageous. We shot YouTube today and Mahe is always doing too much, with the aloha
I'm doing enough. You're not doing enough. I just want to make sure I look better than you as always.
We do a lot of business from YouTube. Kenji, videographer, Mahe, agent.
The hardest part about like doing the business and like getting the leads is the know, like, trust. Like these people don't know you. How are you going to get them to trust you with this like big investment, the biggest of their life for most people, right? And it's not going to be by just like spieling like anybody else. It's going to be like you're talking to them like you actually care about their wants and needs. And that's how you speak to your ohana. That's how you speak to your friends. So that's really, what most people resonate with us and why people reach out to us is because of the transparency, because we're speaking to them with familiarity, because they feel like they know us off the bat. So when I meet somebody for the first time, they've already spent hours with me, and they already get to, see my personality type, and we've already formed like a friendship. And it's very easy for me then to slide into the relationship because it's like you're meeting an old friend you've never met before, and that's what YouTube allows us to do all the time.
I lived in Japan for a long time. I came back, Okahashi-san's like, yo, let's do this YouTube thing. I already had a lot of video experience under my belt, which makes it, I don't want to say easy because it's still, you need to work. We all know how powerful video is, but we don't necessarily pay the right attention or resources to video. How much talking video I got to go through from today? But I understand already what to put in there. I understand story structure, I understand videos. I can be efficient with my time, 1 hour of shooting, 2 hours of editing.
And I remember we're shooting videos,
yeah, we got it.
And I had the phone up in my visor of my van at the time, and the guy's like, hello, this is Derek, and he's like, hey Derek, you don't know me, but man, I watch your videos, I'm in Canada. And like I put it on mute and me and Kenji, whether it be about YouTube, whether it be about team building, team structure, whether it be more about video, whether it be about really a struggling agent failing out of the industry to now being a multiple 6-figure agent on a powerful team. This YouTube thing is really nuanced.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.